right, so let's recap a little. We started this last week, and we actually did do a restart last week as well. So I think we only ended up playing this map for like just over an hour or something. We got a lot done quite far in that. It helps when there's no combat. When there's no combat, this game goes fast. So we did do a restart because we started one session where, despite being on DEITY, and it's dumb to do, we decided to rush the Stonehenge because we had stone. We found a natural wonder right away, and we're like, YOLO, right? And of course, we were beaten to Stonehenge because the AI basically starts with that technology right away because they all start with like 4 free techs and things like that on DEITY. So yeah, then we just restarted, and we've got this run going on. We're sharing a relatively small continent with Alexander over here. And one of the things that's interesting about Canada is that as Canada, you can't be declared on in a surprise war. So until Alexander gets a casus belli against us, he actually just can't start a war. He hasn't denounced us, because if he denounced us and when he waited 5 turns, he could start a war, but he hasn't done that yet. Now, at some point, he'll probably unlock some slightly more advanced CBs, and he might decide to go after us at that point. So at some point, we will have to build up a military, because right now we don't have much of a military at all, but we actually have really good science production for DEITY. Again, DEITY, they start with like the ability to basically pop down campuses right away, so usually you're quite far behind on tech, especially if you have to build a military, but here we pulled that off. Our culture is not great. You can see Freddy over here is doing crazy with culture. We're pretty much on par with Alex, but that just means that Alex isn't being too terribly impressive. We're hoping to beat the rest of the world, because one of the things that we want to do as Canada is we want to participate in emergencies and things like that. And there keeps being some. We keep being told there's a vote, but we can't participate because it's someone we haven't met yet. Luckily, we're starting to meet some people. We've got China over here, and we've got Germany up over here. We got a few little boats. This is not an ocean. The Gulf of St. Lawrence, as it turns out. We can just put our little boats through there and whatnot. Now, before we start playing, I do want to give a shout out to the subs and resubs. When do you get hockey rinks is a great question. We will talk about hockey rinks in just a moment here. But yeah, let's take a look at the subs that are coming in over here. Thank you very much for continuing to support the channel. It makes such a freaking difference, you guys. Such a freaking difference. And I know that not everyone can sub or contribute to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund, and that's okay. The people who do, you guys are contributing for everyone who can't, and much love for that. We got Rodical coming in at 26-month resub. Jeez. Aluminum siding. It's both a terrible and an amazing name at the same time. I don't know. At 27 months, we got Suckerman 12 UK. At 27 months, we've got Tim the Net Chanter. Ooh, that's good. 3 months. We've got Salvius at 14 months. Artistic Sumo at 11 months, just 1 month away from Twitchiversary. Unsung Hero coming in at 2 months. Ayer. Oh, Ayer. He was a city right over here. Ayer just resub for 34 months with a Prime subscription. We've got Wolfhound Lewis at 49 months. Zodiac at 29 months. Cheers to the first channel I've ever subbed to. Took advantage. Crazy sale on Steam. Actually got sub 6 for 30 bucks. Well, that's really good. And keep an eye out for a sale on Gathering Storm then, because I really think Gathering Storm is quite excellent. We got Sagacious Zed at 29 months. We've got Jacinth at 21. We got AP Girl at 6 months. Esoteric Fish at 19. Shoddy444 at 8 months. Serial Hobbit. I don't know why that name makes me laugh, but it does. At 2 months, we got Dark Beholder at 35, and the Arc Wolf at 32 months, who actually subbed right before the stream started. And just now, we got Chaos Fractals at 32, Kakishi Saiyan at 16 months, Sailstron at 33 months as well. Thank you very much for that. If there's any more subs and resubs, we'll try to catch you a little later in the stream as well. But let's play some video games. Talking about the temperature, 33 degrees here feels like 40. Jeez, gloomy. Isn't even the hottest part of the year. Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand, like, you know, it's not as hot as some places, but it still sucks. Can we all agree? Like, my idea of a perfect hot day is like 22. That's like, anything above that, I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Anyway, yeah, so I think we can just next turn here. We're in fairly good shape. We're researching Divine Right now, and I think we're going to hard research it, as in, I'm not going to leave it part research and wait for the Eureka, or the Inspiration, I should say, because I don't think we're in a position to build 2 temples anytime soon. Now, Astronomy we do want to switch out of, because we are actually in the process of building a university adjacent to a mountain, so we don't want to research any more than this, so we'll switch out of Astronomy. Yeah, printing's going to be the same thing. We can just partly research it. I think we'll just research Buttress for now. I don't know if we're going to build a damn. We might. We could build the dam out of, like, old vehicles, especially sort of square, boxy vehicles, because it would be more efficient to build it that way. Sort of a van dam. Built by Jean-Claude? I don't know. That's reaching for it. Eh. We'll see. Yeah, the boos are legitimate. That was pretty bad. I was like, is this gonna end up somewhere funny? Because you don't know. With this, there's a lot of, like, sort of just, okay, gotta just go, like, train of thought, and hopefully it gets somewhere interesting at the end, and not so much this time. All right, I think it's the ND Coda. I think that's how we're parsing this one over here. What do we want to build? We do have an encampment. And rushing our way up to armory would be quite nice, because we do want to build some military units at some point. That is certainly a lot of value. Housing is okay, although you're very close to... So when you're at one short of your cap, you do grow a little slower, and then when you're at your cap or above, you grow much slower. It might be worth plopping down a quick granary over here. And I think that might be the case. Although, if I recall correctly, one of the things we said last time was that when we get our next ability to change our policies, I think we were going to put down serfdom, because we've got a lot of unimproved tiles. Therefore, okay, here he built it too fast. So we're in 5 turns, we're going to be able to switch to serfdom and get 2 bonus builds out of our builders. So we need to not build a builder if it's going to be built in 5 turns or less, because even 5 turns, it'll get built before we actually make the change. So I'll wait a tick. I'm going to pop out a granary, and then I think we'll queue up a bunch of builders everywhere, and it's going to be quite nice. Do you have a builder for the Niter at Coda? Not right now, no. We do have it in our borders, so we'll pick up a builder after that. But yeah, we'll definitely want to make sure that happens. So we've got a trader sitting at Green Eyes. I think what we're going to do is run an internal trade route. We've got Magnus over here in Red Horse, which is, I think, probably the best place for him to be in terms of trade potential. And I think he does have the promotion. Let's double check. He must. Yeah, he's got surplus logistics so that trade routes ending here get extra food. So unless there's a real good reason for us to do a international trade route, like if we've got a mission, and we do, Armagh over here actually does have a mission for a trade route. So we're going to do that. It's good money. It's Wolfhound Lewis! Wolfhound Lewis coming in. Hold on a sec. Send trade route. I think that might be literally our entire turn. It's queuing up a granary and sending one trade route. When there's not war going on, there's not a lot to do. Wolfhound! Well, been averaging 60 hours a week for the last month at work. Ugh. So here's some of that overtime money. Thanks for the entertainment. Also try 38 Celsius / 105 Fahrenheit and 100% humidity. That is home for me. Oh man, Wolfhound. Dude. Well, first of all, thank you very much for that. And secondly, dude, wow, that sucks. Yeah, and really I can't handle the humidity. I have been to places where it's like really hot but a dry heat, and I mean, it still sucks. Don't be like, oh, it's only a dry heat. No, it still sucks. But it is miles better than a humid heat. Absolutely. But yeah, that kind of stuff, no, I couldn't do it. All right, so you finished your that granary we wanted. We're now 3 turns to Divine Right. It'll take us 5 turns now to build a builder, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to queue it up because we're going to be ready to go into the serfdom. We got a little scoot here, scoot in a boot. We found ourselves a goodie hut for 20 faith. Okay, that's 20 faith is amazing early on because it gets you an early pantheon, and at this point, well, I mean, I guess it's still 1 turn worth of faith production. That's not too shabby. No great people we can buy, right? No, not even close. Okay, that's fine. A couple more wonders have been completed. Goody huts. Storm Peters out. No. Quit watching you on a 4K TV at 1080p. Looks so blurry. I mean, one day people will start streaming at 4K, but I don't know, man. That's still pretty hard on the bandwidth. Right, so that was our buttresses. Hold on to your buttresses. Oh, cartography. Yeah, 2 harbors. We got the boost. We're going to start building caravels for even more exploration. I'm actually quite keen on that. We'll move over here. Actually, I'll put you back on auto explore. I'm not sure exactly how much you're going to be able to see. Wouldn't be bad to get open borders with China, maybe, so that we can run through their territory and just take a look-see. We will see. We don't have... Oh, okay. If we stored up enough gold, we'd be able to start getting crossbows, which actually would be kind of nice. We're not making a ton of gold per turn right now. We do need another trader route. Okay, it's been being built in the air. Excellent. P. Gouldy, the mods I'm using are the concise UI mods. which don't change any of the gameplay. They just like improve the user interface. In particular, I kind of like what it does for the various city stuff, and also more lenses, which mostly for the builder lens. But yeah, not too many heavy duty mods. And what I like about the concise UI is because each mod is really tiny, it seems to like update for a patch much faster. All right, Divine Right is unlocked. So big change over here. We're gonna switch over to Monarchy, which does have a lot of military policies, which yeah, but we're gonna switch to it anyway. It's funny, yeah, Monarchy was really not helping us that much, but it's the earliest we can get. At least doing this will give us a boost to, it'll give us era score, and it'll also give us a boost towards a thing, either a civic or a tech, I don't remember which. But at least here's what we can do. We can go ahead and run, first of all, conscription to save a little bit of money. And secondly, veterancy, because we are going to be building some encampment buildings. So that'll be kind of a nice boost. We might also be wanting to build some walls. I might just put up limes, because really... Because ancient and classical era units do caravels... What do they... Oh yeah, we got to talk about hockey rinks still. Caravels count as Renaissance, I was pretty sure. So Maritime Industries does not help for doing that. We could get amenities. We do have a few garrison units. Maybe we'll just run this for just a couple of free amenities. Seems okay to me. Yeah. We don't need Retainers. Our loyalty is good. But yeah, I think Retainers is going to be good. And yeah, we're going to plop down Serfdom over here. And spam out a handful of builders. And then switch out of it again. Probably to the campus adjacency bonus, which isn't bad. So boom. Boom. Serfdom. Yeah, serfs up, baby. There you go. We recid castles because we have a policy with 6 slots. In terms of civics... Now, I'm quite keen, I think, on getting exploration, switching to Merchant Republic. I think that's very much more what we're going to be looking for. Now, it's 3 steps away. How do we feel about that versus picking things up along the way? I think this is fine. We might do a lot of half research, though. We might not rush to this. I can see us maybe starting a research and switching out halfway. We're not super close to 4 trade routes, but we're not that far away either. Let's get a few more builders. And yes, trade routes. So there are no more trade route missions. We can get quite a bit of money sending some trade to international people. And we do want money for some upgrades. But I think the thing to do... Oh, you must already have a trade route going to Red Horse, because we can't build one here. So I'm going to move this trader to someone else. Maybe I'll move it up to Ndcota. Actually, hold on. How do we find... There we go. Because current trade routes. Yeah, heir to Red Horse. Okay, so Ndcota, you're on the front. So is Green Eyes, and Green Eyes is a little smaller. Maybe I actually will send you to Green Eyes. Because Green Eyes, I think, had built one, but then we sent it to Armagh instead. There we go. We'll do that. You can get some growth going that way. You feel kind of boxed in? Sure. We'll just move you out of here. Canada's special unit is the Mountie. It's interesting because it's basically just a super defensive unit. Everything about Canada is very defensively minded. Mounties aren't actually better than... Did they replace something, or are they just a bonus one? I don't remember. The Mountie, yeah, I don't think replaces anything. No, it's on its own. And it's not technically that impressive, except 2 things. One, it can create a national park, which is a big deal, because normally a national park, you have to spend like 1,000 plus faith to get a naturalist to build a national park, whereas a Mountie can just be built or even just bought with gold, and he can build national parks for you, and he gets combat strength when fighting within a national park, any national park, but especially if it's your own. I think these double stack, so I think if you've got effectively a +10 when he's fighting within the range of your own one, something like that, and then all of a sudden he's not bad as a defensive unit that way. We can claim a great person. Didn't I just look at the screen a second ago? Chucky over here. This is going to be really good. 500 science for each natural wonder tile here or adjacent. That's really going to be quite good for us, because we do in fact have a natural wonder here, and that's going to be 4 tiles. That's going to be 2,000 science. Considering our science is 72 per turn, that's insane. Now, does anyone remember when Chucky here did not work properly with the new wonders from one of the patches and really just ruined our day? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. So I could have teleported you to Bucky Laster, but the time would have been the same. This is where you make the rest of the world say sorry? Yeah. Eureka printing. Eureka astronomy. Oh, that's because we just finished a university next to a mountain. I think it might have been a second one as well. All right. So, we're going to not change anything. That's going to be fine. I'm going to do a little quick save here. Make sure nothing weird happens. But yeah, there was a time, I think when the last expansion, well, the first expansion of the game came out, the wonders for that expansion didn't actually work with Charles, and he gave us no science at the time. So this should give us 2,000 science. Instantly finishing cartography, as well as giving us the ability to one-shot, or one-turn, a lot more techs over here. Let's pick up astronomy. We've got the boost for it. Actually, I'll grab the castle. Oh, we're not running Lime, so I guess it doesn't matter which we get. Does something give us a passive? More civilization and tourism. Yeah, none of these are terribly big deal. And we'll just pick whatever. And then keep boosting that way. Keep going with more builders for now. And more builders. We need quite a bit of them. That's what we're going to focus on right now while we have serfdom. Alright, you go back to auto-exploring. Oh, we found someone new! Hey, Cyrus! Nice to meet you. God, this guy has great hair. It's an honor to meet you. Love to sample your hospitality. Wonderful. Excellent. Groovy. Alright, let's get some Niter hooked up here. This is standard speed, yeah. Square rigging so you have no boost. That's not a bad point. I mean, either way, it's the same amount of science that's going to be used. You know, that's not a bad thing, because we're probably not going to get killed with a musketman anytime soon, and it would actually be quite nice to unlock the frigate. That'll probably be what we spend a lot of our Niter on. +1 movement from bark units. I guess one of the things to consider is there something we'd like to beeline to? And it's sort of kind of not. I mean, it might be possible. It might be possible to use... Oh, we need to get 4 techs. I bet you we don't have enough science to get all the way there. But we may have been possible to rush Oxford. Stirrup, astronomy, banking we don't have the boost for. Alright, let's get square rigging, because it will be handy. And then I'll probably pick up castles after, and build some medieval walls on the front with Alex over here, with Mr. Brass Nipples. I like to beeline flood barriers and flood the world. Probably not the best thing, though. Reminds me of the old days of playing Alpha Centauri, because you could really ruin someone's day. Alright, Niter, done. Boosting Riffling. Excellent. Hagia Sophia, volcanoes, but not us. Excellent. Done, 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 done. Dark stuff over here. Do we get a flood down there? Oh, yeah, let's totally have an embassy, bud. And actually, we got a couple of friendly people. We might be able to make friends, proper friends. You want open borders one way. You also want a little bit of mercury. You'll give me a bit of gold for it. You know what? I'm going to accept the deal just to try to build up some relations. But yeah, we're going to try to initiate friendship with some people. Friendly Canada. Taking Persia's surprise war abilities nullified by Canada's non-surprise ability. I guess so, yeah. It's in the dark era. Would you like friendship? Nice. And I'll send you a delegation as well. I mean, oh, can we ally you? Let's hold off for a second here. So, we've now made a couple of friends. Persia's fairly far away, right? Yeah, way over here. So we can't trade with Persia at this time. I'm wondering if we can convince them to do, like, a military alliance, although that would draw us into wars, which might be dangerous. Well, no, hold on. I don't know if this actually does that, other than, like, just bonus combat strength against players at war with both. Yeah, China science. It would be nice to get a cultural alliance as well. Maybe what we do is we get a cultural alliance with you, because that removes any sort of loyalty pressure. We don't have to worry about that. And we are behind on culture. So maybe we do this. Oh, he can't accept the deal. May have to wait for a little bit. Are you willing to do any kind of alliance? Did you do, I don't know, a research one? No, they're not interested. Okay, we'll just try again later. It's gonna be fine. Alright, more tech, more tech, more tech. Well, at least this would unlock the musket. I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, the shipyard's gonna be quite nice for us in a couple of places. Yeah, as long as we got, you know, just spend it on whatever. So Red Horse doesn't have any walls whatsoever right now, which does make me feel a little uneasy. but it's not at our front line. We got a bunch of religious people coming in, which is okay. Yeah, we'll just keep another builder here. So that's hooked up. And we got some nice water tiles over here. We also have to decide if we're keeping the rainforest or not. These may not be worthwhile. They're not next to a river, so the lumberyard doesn't give us an extra production over here. We don't have like a campus over here that would be hurt by losing this. So I think what we're going to do is chop this. Maybe I should move Mag over to here. I don't know. We'll do this. I think we're going to chop those. What do you think? Multiplayer RimWorld. Oh, man, I really want to play multiplayer RimWorld. Renaissance era. We're 2 points away from a normal age, so I think we'll probably be okay with that. Maybe I'll research siege tactics, right? I was saying probably about getting the wall there. Chop ahoy. Chop ahoy. Excellent. Which sounds pretty good. What I'm going to do here, even though I'm talking about still doing builder spam, we do have the boost to building our barracks or encampment type buildings, so I'm going to go ahead and work on that at this point. And yeah, I think there'll be quite a bit of chopping over here. Wait, this is a campus here. So we want to maintain those two. So we're actually going to lumberyard those when we get a chance. Okay. Lumber mill. One tile ND Coda would make decent industrial center next to the city center and the Niter. Ooh, that's a point. Yeah, sure, embassy's fine. Let's be bros, bro. I mean, China's gonna love me because I'm not building wonders. And, okay, that's pretty nice. So, this passive doesn't matter that much for us. None of these are terribly important. So it's mostly a question of what they lead to. Let's do stirrups. This does lead to gunpowder. And yeah, I totally agree. This would be an excellent place. Let's put in a map pin, or tack as they call it here, to remind us that we should build an industrial zone right over there. That does sound wonderful. Which means a farm here won't really do much because it's not ever going to be farming triangle. We might still want to build it anyway. Maybe I'll hold off. We'll just do some more chops and help ND Coda accelerate around. Can we unlock coal right away? Yeah, but we don't have the boost from the workshops yet. So, although I'm not, you know what? I'm not sure that we're going to be doing the workshops that quickly. Maybe I should just rush coal. You know what? I kind of dig that idea. Wait, there's no river adjacency bonus for lumber mill since the patch. Why does everything keep being confusing? Yeah, just +2. Can still be built on rainforest. It can be, that's the new part, but wow. Right, so this is just going to get farmed up here, which is going to be lovely. Thank you. I was like, why is my phone lighting up? Oh, it's reminding me that I have a Civ stream, you guys. It's a little late, but sure. Yeah, then you're going to go into an armory over here, which is going to be grand. Wow, ND Coda is going to have huge production rates, which is going to be a great place to build military out of. Air over here. If we switch out of serfdom when medieval fairs finish, but we may just half research that. Maybe what I'll do is actually, I'll go... It's still kind of awkward timing, isn't it? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do another turn of this and then switch out. Okay, do another builder here. And yeah, we're going to chop this because we'll build an industrial zone there. And yeah, here we're just going to keep farming it up. This will give A a pretty good population size. Production's going to be a little